All right. I usually tune in a minute or two ahead of time to make sure everything's working right. You know, lighting here is, well, what it is. But good evening. And we're just doing a very quick test while our dinner is cooking and Bodhi is sleeping on the other side of the dinette. So if you're here, just say hey. If not, we're going to wait another 2 minutes and we'll get started. Oh, hi, Linda. How are you? I'm surprised you're here early, but hey, it's good to see you. Good to hear from you. Um, you would have liked it today. I saw a couple of crocodiles, a couple of small manatee, green heron, tricolor heron. I saw a wood stork or two, whole bunch of white pelican, and of course, I saw the baby osprey. All three of them. Are you asleep? No, he's not asleep. He's just looking at me. Well, how cool. Well, thank you. That's I live in cool, so that's fine. If I wandered about a half a mile southwest, I could probably go see more roseate spoonbills. Avocet. I only see avocet quite a bit. I saw one night heron today, two blue heron. I don't know how many green heron, tricolor heron. Forget it. It's mating season. I'm going to see 1,000 of those, which I love. Who else did I see? Um, I did see a bald eagle today. I was actually hanging around with a wildlife photographer and was able to point out some stuff. She was pretty cool. I could grab her for the crocodiles. I could tell her where to see the babies. And yeah, she did catch the bald eagle in flight, so that was kind of cool. But it is 7 o'clock. It's actually 7:01. So let's start. Good evening, everybody. Where have I been? That's a great question. We have been very frenetic and very challenged here. Okay. I have been going to work and I've been either cleaning boats or moving boats. And then, of course, because now I'm in that space, I'm doing a lot of paperwork. Okay. We've had some guests that have been not so nice. We've had some guests that have been sparkling. Moving boats up and down the canal, which is fun. I did have an experience where the wind tried to push me into a dock, and I was very close to smacking that dock, and I was a little nervous, but we didn't hit the dock. Let's see. Then we had a problem. It's probably last Wednesday where the water went out. Just another part blew. So we didn't have any water, which closes the lodge, it closes the restaurant, it closes my ability to have water. But I always have water. And, people are starting to freak out. It also makes it hard to take care of our boats, whether it be watering them, pumping them, cleaning them, that type of thing. And of course, we don't have any water. So for 2 days, we didn't have any water. They started bringing trucks around to kind of top off our tanks for the RV, which was nice. And um, after 2 days, we got water back for, yes, Linda, it is our busy season. It's going to be busy until April. We had water until about a day, and then they found the leak and it turned off. And when the water turned off, that meant there was another day and a half of no water, which shuts down, everything, just everything. So that's no fun. Okay. So that meant I was running back and forth trying to take care of things. Uh, a little bit challenging. We're also very short staffed right now, which means we're all kind of running in circles. And Linda, to talk about your busy season, when I get in the morning and I look at the confuser, Um, Houseboats are just one set of blocks, until April. Our skiffs, our pontoons are up and down, but Thursday through Tuesday, people are using them all the time. And now we have to get rid of the big boats. We got to take them out of the water for a Coast Guard inspection, which makes things even more complex. Other than that, feeling pretty good. Everything's fine. I'm making dinner. BODHI is over there. He's found another spot on the dinette for a little bit. So, where have I been? It's just been, you know, get home, take care of the dog, eat, study a little bit, maybe watch a video or two, and then 2.5 later go to bed, and then get up at 4, start all over again. My days off, I try to, spend more time with harness training for BODHI and more time outside, but we have just been busy, busy critters. Hopefully, all that busy is going to translate to something that is meaningful. So, other than that, between no water, which sends people into a tizzy because I feel sad for the people who live in employee housing, they had to put out porta potties for them, which means they have to go outside to use the bathroom. And I'm like, well, for hundreds of years, everybody had to use an outhouse. They didn't die. But you don't have to. Well, I have a 40-gallon water tank I keep full and purified all the time. So there you go. Let's see. Um, is BODHI ready for his camera? Are you ready for the camera? You want to come over here? Get over here. You want to be on camera? Oh, he's being weird. Well, Linda, it looks like you and I are having a good conversation together. Any other questions? Besides the baby manatee I saw today? I mean, anything else you want to know? Stockpiles of bottled water. Okay. Um, they brought the water truck around to top off everybody for the RVs. No cost to us, which is nice. They also had to pump 16,000 gallons of water into the water system that's here because they couldn't let it run dry. They have to boost it. Our offices, they go to the marina store and we can get bottles of water and take them to our activity booth or to the campground kiosk or to wherever happens to be. But when you go home, if you don't buy water and you don't have it, then you don't have it. Their continuity of business operations plan I've never seen, but I'm absolutely sure it's probably written on a post-it. See what he's doing now. Nothing. What are you doing? What about the guests? Um, okay, great question. When they're on the tour boat, it doesn't matter because you can bring bottled water on, you can buy soda, you just can't get a fountain soda. But anything in a bottle is okay. The lodge had to close, done, because there's a first it was broken, then a boil water notice, and so on and so forth. So the lodge had to close, and that means the restaurant closes too. So they have to wait for them to get the second round of tests from the water to make sure it's okay so that they can either serve it for a fountain drink, for example, or iced tea or lemonade or whatever it is. And then again, to use for cooking. Washing is fine. They can wash dishes all day long. But unless they boil the water for, I think it's 10 minutes before they cook with it, it's not going to happen. So the Board of Health is probably going to tell you no, it's going to be shut down. Let me see if I can get BODHI. Hang tight. Come here. I'm here, you rapscallion. I know. You flipped it down. There you go. And he's doing pretty well. Must have been costly for the flamingo. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it was. A lot of people yelling, a lot of people screaming. You done? Want to say hi? Here. Yeah. And it's stressful because on top of all of which, our general manager has moved on, and now we have a new general manager. And the campground can't operate very well. So I've had to cancel two houseboat reservations simply because I didn't have the water where I could pump out the potty, put the water in the tank. Right now, the responsibilities are if there's water in the tank for the next week, don't drink it. Just um, boil it or use it for washing. He's a sweet dog. He's working on it. He's a sweet boy. He's getting better on his halter. He's getting better on his harness. He's getting better at not screaming at things outside. But if you knock on my door, forget it. He's chief security officer. Everything's a threat. So what else did I do today? I have seen a wildlife photographer who has been here a number of times. So I was helping her a little bit, finding the osprey, going to the crocodiles. Lovely lady. And, she's taking a lot of pictures. I found out she was the one that took the picture of Croczilla that was on the news. And so now I know who she is. I know her name. I only knew her first name. And she has sold pictures to Field and Stream. She's a real animal nut. She's really a lot of fun to hang out with. So we hung out for about 20, 30 minutes today. I was showing her where to take the pictures. So she was happy. She was getting a lot of good footage. And other than that, like I said, other than that, I have dinner. I gotta have dinner. He's gotta have dinner. But our last couple of days have been very, very tight, short staffed. There's new paperwork we had to fill out for the game warden and everything else. Our staff has just been marvelous. They really have been absolutely marvelous. They are dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of new things, and we don't even know how it shakes out. So I'm excited that they can not do this without killing each other. What are you doing now? There you go. So that's what's really going on. It's just been a matter of a bit of a treadmill. Go in, take care of stuff. Maybe it rained, maybe it didn't. The water situation, fortunately, no power situations. Fortunately, no internet situations. Okay. I did hear that people had their AT&T out and their T-Mobile out, but I never lost connectivity on my Wi-Fi, so it didn't matter to me. I didn't even care. Um, I am trying to not go to town on Wednesday. I'm really trying hard not to go on Wednesday, but I might have to go. And other than that, ask me anything. I'm just open. What do you need to know? Since Linda, you're the only one here, we're just having a personal conversation now. What are you doing? He's being weird. All right. So, other than that, we don't have a whole lot to report. Uh, my personal life, I can say I have been meditating about 20 minutes a morning, which is very helpful. My diet is shifting a little bit. I'm trying to keep up my sodium because I know I sweat all the time because it's getting warmer. That's fine. I try to walk about an hour a day, even when I'm not walking at work. That's fine. It has been, what's today? 25th. Over 2 years. maybe less than 2 years since I heard her voice. My doctor's office couldn't send my prescription to the pharmacy. I had to email them to call my prescription in. A lot of people were talking about that, about how pharmacies were not honoring the prescriptions because they couldn't get onto their healthcare computers for one reason or another, but they would give you that for full price. And I kind of remember something somewhere where it said pharmacy has to give you 3 days of what they consider life-saving medication gratis, and they weren't doing it. What a surprise. Oh, this guy's working out his bandana. He hates it, so that's all right. Other than that, I really don't know what to tell you. My current obsession is Rebel canning for water bath canning and making MREs from dollar stores or Walmart or anything else like that. I've been watching that a lot. Um, but other than that, I've got to get this vehicle in. I don't like that I have a check engine light on, but I want to make sure it's done right, and it's going to take not a whole lot of time. Air conditioning is good, lights are good, batteries are good, and I'm determining if I want to put in a tankless hot water heater. I got to talk to my RV guy, and I have to talk to them because I was talking to some people I work with who own a boat, and they operated a truck for many years. They have an airhead composting toilet they adore. And I'm thinking very deeply of replacing my standard black tank toilet with a composting toilet, getting rid of the black tank, and putting in another 40-gallon freshwater tank. Uh, just minor upgrades. So that's all I really have. You know, everybody's got to have something to do, right? Um, other than that, hang on a sec. Hey, hey, not eat your plate. Get it, get it. So, other than that, I don't have a whole lot to say. You just got all the information. I hope that everybody that's watching this on the replay will get something out of it, or you have a lot of questions, let me know. I can tell you right now, if you want to get on a houseboat, you better wait till May. Other than that, you can always come see. Can you use your compost? Yes. However, it takes a great deal of time. Okay, about 6 months. Unless you add in something like ammonium nitrate or you add in lime to break all that down. Very sadly, urine can be used for a different number of things. Uh, However, you have to be really careful with it when you use it. Um, I usually throw my eggshells and my scallion scraps and everything else back into a bucket behind the Carry Ellen and just turn it back into the dirt over and over and over again. So I always have a plentiful thing of dirt so that I can keep growing my scallions and my basil. I'm thinking of getting more stuff for the arrow garden. I'm thinking lettuce and tomato. When that gets big enough, kind of move it out, keep it shaded, grow that. Um, Peppers, I haven't had a lot of success with. I don't know why. Carrots, I've been okay. Potatoes, I'm okay, but I don't get a heavy yield. I get for every one potato, I get maybe one or two potatoes. So that's really not good. If I got four potatoes for one, I'd be all right. Uh, I should probably do basil because that's pretty easy. But again, I'm doing the Italian basil. I'm thinking the wide leaf basil or the curly basil, which everybody eats. Garlic is easy. Garlic is dumb easy. I just don't plant it because it takes such a long time. And I don't know what else I was going to plant. No more pumpkin, no more eggplant. You know, when Miss Carrie was sane and I was home, she had a garden. She got fresh lettuce, fresh tomatoes. I did peas. I did eggplant. I did squash. I did pumpkin. Anything that woman wanted to eat, it was coming out of the ground that I was doing. I just don't have the space now. It takes a lot of space to grow potatoes. No, it doesn't. I'm doing it in buckets. Yeah, so I'm not getting potatoes, but I'm getting potatoes. So if you like those little fingerling potatoes, or the little potatoes they sell in the bag that are about 2 inches across, that's good. But all right, it is 9:18. It's just me and you. So Linda, we're gonna put this on the replay, and I am going to feed Bodie and I, and we're gonna try this again tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to move 2 houseboats. One houseboat is a floating cottage. I've already refilled all the things I need, and I don't have to bring another one in until I think Wednesday or Thursday. But if it's Wednesday, it's not me because I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. So I know a lady who grows corn in buckets. Yeah, I've never had any success with that. Um, when I grow in buckets, really, when it's a root vegetable, I've done okay with uh, white potatoes and sweet potatoes, but then that's it. But I'm going to let you go, Linda, since you're only watching. Thank you for coming and thank you for spending time with me. But Bodie and I are going to eat some dinner. Please enjoy the replay. Any questions you got, let me know. And I am out. Good night, Linda.